Hello guys, welcome back to another video of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Back on the, like, pretty much all of my Apollo Justice videos start on the home screen. So anyway, so we were right here. Yeah, I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. So, let's see. Of course. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please! It is true, I have seen it, the 5th ace. That was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. A suggestion? What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards? The cards? Hold on, I'm gonna go drink some water. Alright, I'm done with my break. Mr. Payne.
Yes?
The player's hands that might the player's hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? I think I viewed the victim's hand last time I played, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, I should just go with it, because after all, his name is Shady Smith. Yeah, he's a bit shady, alright. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. Oh yeah, that's right. Of course. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Received evidence, victim's hand. Victim's hand! Victim's hand! You just imagine if, like, they brought his hand to the table like, yep, here's his hand. Well, time's a-wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir! Oh, it's pressing for me. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using the dials on the evidence viewer. That should give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this! Alright, thanks for that tip. Oh snap! One card is blue. Let's examine that. Because, let's just look at the cards here. Yep. 2 are aces, so yeah. Never mind, let's examine this. What? Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards, the back is a different color. Oh, that was terrible. That was a terrible scream by me. Terrible voice acting.
That's impossible. But I put that card in Wright's hand. Ah!
That was even more terrible. I shouldn't do those sounds, alright? What was that, Miss Orley?
No, niet. I merely said that I have.
Your Honor, Mr. Gavin, yes? Oh wait, I did it in the wrong voice. Alright. Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend and a comrade, shall we say? The dealer. Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. A professional at wager. At wagger. I don't even know. Wager, I think. No! Order! Order! Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. I mean, of her mistake. Oh my god. That dialogue. That dialogue. Advantage of her, I mean of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible, but I put a card in Wright's hand.
Ergo, Miss Olga Orley conspired to cheat. Not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Oh! Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice! There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orley, of murder. That's lobster, actually. Lobster. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice? Your Honor, it seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at the time. What? I did it! I held out! I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Go Phoenix! Go Phoenix! Go Phoenix! It's your birthday. Mr. Wright? You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different color back. Don't you wonder what it means?
Objection! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all the people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. And he makes those faces. The big-eyed faces. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. Oh, Phoenix is... No, I thought he was about to testify, but... Maybe not. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks at the club have different color backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck. Why use different color backs? If we use the same color, 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and they still got mixed up. Yeah, no kidding. We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. It was Christoph Gavin. I remember that.
Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix, which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? I don't know. When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright.
Of course it was swap. Oh, it might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? Well, I think, mostly in Ace Attorney, well, if it was after the murder, I mean, it would be sort of a cover-up. But, oh yeah, it was before, of course. Well, it must have happened before the murder. You mean during the game? I wonder. Huh? Why? Think, when you're playing poker, which side of the cards face your opponent? The back. Not something the poker head of courtroom number 3 would be likely to miss. Sorry, let me think about this some more. When was the card swapped into the deck? But I could have sworn it was... Well, it was before, right? No, but I was about to say, mostly in Ace Attorney, things happen after the murder as, a cover-up for what happened. So I think it was after the murder if it's not before. Perhaps it happened after the murder? Objection! What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly! Objection! Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible. Objection! Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time. Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown. After the murder. Another objection. Okay, this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another? Yes. A simple, yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card? Who? The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orly. Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for a blue? Someone else. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. What are you suggesting? That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As to the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point. Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong colored card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Oh, he's laughing, alright. That smile, it's like so unnatural. This sprite is just creepy, in my opinion. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all of this is. Another objection. Fine, how about confusing? I've no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card was the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. Yup, indeed. A new direction? We'll find out indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in a victim's hand, and that someone made 2 critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card, because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king. Yeah, I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. Another objection. But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. True, not until now, but you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. What? I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. Like, I'm ending the episode here. It's about 15 and 50 right now, so yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Press the I in the top right corner to get to the next part or the playlist. Goodbye.